Aloha and welcome to Vinyasa Flow Yoga. My name is Katie and that was Bradley that just ran off. He didn't want to stay with me today. So just go ahead and grab a mat, get your space nice and clear. Come to a nice, comfortable, easy seated position. And today we're going to be working on opening up the frontal plane of our body as well as the head, neck, and shoulders. So we're really going to be getting into that frontal space of the body. So once you come into a nice, easy seated position with me, go ahead and place your palms face down on your knees or your thighs. Get nice and comfortable wherever you are. And then let's close our eyes and come into this space. Begin to align your spine by really grounding down in towards those sits bones. Pulling up and in through the low belly. And just begin to feel that length up through the heart space. As you begin to shrug those shoulders up towards your ears. And then open them down the back. Let's do that 2 more times. Shrug your shoulders up towards your ears. And then open them down the back 1 more time. Shrug them up towards your ears. Big circular motion. And then roll those shoulders down and away from your ears. Let your heart press forward. And then bring that breath up through the crown of your head. Lengthen through the crown of the head. And let's take 3 neck circles to the right. So tuck your chin towards your chest. Drop your right ear towards your right shoulder. Head drops back like a bowling ball, just rolling along. Left ear, left shoulder. Chin towards your chest. 2 more full circular motions. So really let this feel good through the head and neck. Let the shoulders just relax down and away from your ears. Last full rotation. Good. And then we'll come back up through center. Reach up through the crown of your head. And let's switch directions. So you'll tuck your chin towards your chest. And this time, left ear to left shoulder first. Drop your head back. Right ear, right shoulder. Tuck back through your chin. Circle around 2 more times. Let this be at your own pace. About 1 more rotation on your own. Beautiful work. Let's come back up through center. Reach up through the crown of your head. Extend up through your spine. And let's begin our yogic breathing. Deep in through the nose. Fill your belly. Deep exhale out the mouth to start. Let it go. We'll do 2 more like that. Inhale in through the nose. Fill your belly. Exhale out the mouth 1 more time. Big breath all the way down to the base of the belly. Fill your belly like a balloon. Exhale out through the mouth. Let it go. Begin to breathe in and out through the nose and the nose only, practicing that ujjayi breathing. Fill your belly up. And let that breath go through the nose. Deep up and in through the belly. Exhale out through the nose. Let your belly retract back towards your spine. Good. Now let's begin to move with our breath. Take an inhale in, reach your arms up and overhead. Extend up towards the sky. Now as you exhale, take your right arm down by your side. Reach over to the right, roll your left shoulder back. Let that left palm face down towards the earth as you rotate that left shoulder back. Pull your lower ribs in, feel your left side waist lengthen. And then as you inhale next, reach your arms back up towards the sky. Both arms reach up high. Exhale, left hand down towards the earth. Reach over towards the left. Roll your right shoulder back. Maybe even look up towards the sky. Pull your ribs in and feel that right side waist lengthen out. Nice job. Inhale, reach both arms up to the sky. Now this time, as you exhale, just take your left hand down to the earth beside you. Right hand to the top of your left ear. Grow tall into that right palm. Gently begin to take your right ear towards your right shoulder as you feel nice length through that left side of the neck. So this is just a gentle pull of that right ear towards your right shoulder. You want to grow tall in towards that right palm, so you're really feeling length through the left side. Maybe even let those left fingertips kind of crawl away so you get even more length through the left side of your neck. Let this feel good through the trap. Good, inhale. Let's reach both arms up to the sky, lengthen everything up. And then as you exhale, take your right hand down to the earth beside you, tent those fingers. Take your left palm to the top of your right ear. Begin to grow tall in towards that left hand. Good. So once you grow tall, then begin to gently just take that left ear down towards your left shoulder. Be very gentle here. You want to grow tall in towards that left palm more than pull the head down. Let your right fingertips kind of crawl away a little bit more and feel that nice long stretch through that right side of your neck all the way in towards that right trap. This should feel really good through that right side. Beautiful job. Let's inhale, both arms back up to the sky, reach up high. Now as you exhale, bend your elbows, drop your head back into a baby back bend. Squeeze your shoulder blades towards one another, open your heart towards the sky, maybe even look up slightly. Good, inhale, reach your arms back up high. Now as you exhale, meet me in tabletop position by reaching your arms forward out in front of you. Come onto all fours on your mat. Let your palms face down. Spread those fingers wide. Your wrists are right under your shoulders, knees under your hips, gaze down between your thumbs. We're gonna move in through some cat-cow breathing here. So as you inhale in, lift through your heart, roll your shoulders back, tilt your tailbone up towards the sky, look up. As you exhale, curl up and in, cat pose. Tuck your chin, arch your spine like a Halloween cat. Press the mat away, really emphasize that feeling through the upper thoracic spine. Good, inhale, roll your shoulders back, tailbone high, look up. Exhale, curl back up and in, tuck your chin, arch. Good, 2 more times like that, move with your breath. Inhale, breath to open, shoulders back, look up. Exhale, breath, curl up and in, tuck your chin, arch your spine. Good, last one, let's inhale, shoulders back, tailbone high. Exhale, curl up and in, tuck your chin. Good. Let's begin to take some circular motions through the hips and shoulders, all the way up through the head and neck. So as you press your hips back towards your heels, circle around, just get that energy flowing through your hips and shoulders, through your head and neck. You can even circle your head and neck out, side to side. Let this motion be whatever feels right through your hips, through your shoulders, free through the spine. Just imagine nice fluidity through the body. Shift forward, back at your own pace. Take about 2 more breaths here. Really work into the head and neck, side to side. Get out those little creaks. Maybe even bend one elbow, then the other. Good, and then we'll make our way back into tabletop position. Gaze down between your thumbs. Take an inhale breath, reach your left arm up to the sky, roll your left shoulder back, look up. As you exhale, thread that left arm all the way underneath. Take your left shoulder down towards the earth, bend your right elbow, drop that left shoulder down, relax your head and neck. Hips press back evenly behind you. Feel this nice stretch through the back of that left shoulder blade. Right elbow is deeply bent, or you can take your right arm up to the sky and tuck it behind your back to get a little bit more in those shoulders. That's completely up to your practice though, so take this as you need. With your next inhale, right arm rises back up to the sky. Lower your right palm back down to your mat. Inhale, left arm rises up. Open your left arm to the sky. Look up, big expansion through your heart. And exhale back into your tabletop position. We're gonna switch sides. So inhale, That right arm up to the sky, rotate, roll your right shoulder back, look up. And then as you exhale, thread that right arm underneath. Let your right shoulder come down to the earth. Feel a nice stretch through that right shoulder blade. Relax your head and neck down. Feel your hips press back evenly behind you. Deep breath in. And deep breath out. You can always take that left arm up to the sky and then tuck it behind your back if you went there on the other side to get a bit deeper into those shoulders. Good, steady breath. Nice. Now let's take that left arm back up to the sky. Inhale in. And exhale, left hand down. Inhale, right arm all the way back up. Rotate that right shoulder back. Get a nice expansion through your heart. And exhale, tabletop position. So now let's meet in downward dog. Spread those fingers wide, ground through your palms. Tuck your toes behind you. Press your hips back towards your heels. And begin to lift your hips all the way up towards the sky into your first downward facing dog. In this first downward dog, you can pedal your feet side to side. Kind of work in towards the legs a little bit more. And I really encourage you to notice how the head and neck feels in your downward dog. If you're feeling like there's a bit of stiffness through the head and neck, shake it out. Shake it out, yes and no. Let it feel like it's truly just dangling down between your arms. Let this feel good through the upper back, the head and neck and shoulders. Take another breath or two to really work into the legs. Deep breath in. And deep breath out. Good. Now as you inhale, we're going to take our right leg all the way up to the sky. So reach your right leg high, bend your right knee and stack your hips open. So you're going to feel a nice deep stretch through the right side of your right hip, all the way back down that left leg. Let's take a few hip circles. Hug your right knee towards your chest. Open your knee out to the right and around. Take two more like that. Hug your knee in. Open out and around. One more time. Hug that right knee deeply in. Open to the right and around. Reach that right knee high, big breath in. Now as you exhale, hug your right knee towards your chest. Place your right foot all the way up to the top of your mat. Lower your back knee down. Good. Ground through that right foot. Inhale. We're going to take our hands behind our back. Let your hands point up, fingers point up, palms press into your low back. Take a slight tuck of your tailbone, shoulders squeeze back. So you want your elbows to point back behind you. Big breath in, lift through your heart, press those hips forward, ground through your right foot. So you're opening your heart towards the sky as you ground in towards that right foot. Slight tuck with that tailbone, opening through that left hip and all the way up in towards your shoulders. Beautiful. One more breath. Lift through your heart. Now as you exhale, hinge forward. Take your hands down to the mat. Tuck your back toes. And we're just going to walk those hands to the left. All the way through center. Pause. And then walk your hands all the way to the back of your mat. Turn your toes to face the back. Lower your right knee down. Ground through your left foot. And take your hands just as they were before, behind your back. Squeeze through your shoulder blades. Point those elbows back. Take a slight tuck with your tailbone. Lift through your heart as you ground through that left foot. Lift through your chest. Squeeze your shoulder blades towards one another. Gaze towards the sky. Let this feel really nice through that right hip. Through your heart as your shoulders roll down and away. Really opening through the chest. Deep breath in. Now as you exhale, begin to hinge back forward. Take your hands down to the earth. Walk them all the way towards the right as you lift your back knee. Pause through the center. Walk those hands all the way back to the top of the mat. Turn your toes forward. Lower your back knee down. Inhale, hands come to your low back. Lift through your heart, shoulders back. Press into that right foot a lot so you're lifting up and out of that front leg, open through your heart. Exhale, hands to the mat. Listen closely. Take your right knee back to meet your left into tabletop position. Take a breath in. And now as you exhale, let your hands just crawl gently forward. Anahatanasana. Lower your chest, tilt your tailbone up to the sky. Your heart will melt down towards the ground. Shoulders down and away from your ears. Gaze out in front of you. One more breath here. Really let your heart melt down. We're opening through the frontal plane here. Beautiful. Inhale. Shift forward onto your forearms. Let your knees gently slide back. Come into Sphinx pose. So your forearms are down on the earth, palms down, lift your heart, gaze forward. Just create a gentle traction with those forearms as your heart pulls forward. Nice. Now as you exhale, let's work into those shoulders. Tense your hands on the outside of your mat and circle those shoulders side to side. Open up. You can work into the head and neck as well by turning your chin towards one side and then the other, taking a nice dip. One shoulder to one side, opposite shoulder, opposite side. This doesn't have to look like anything in particular. Just allow it to feel good through those shoulders. You can even lift up high if that feels good or stay low. Nice job. Let's come back through center. Take your hands right underneath your shoulders. Point those elbows back. Inhale, baby cobra. Use your spine to lift your heart. Heart pulls forward, shoulders pull back. Exhale, tuck your toes. Press your hips all the way back towards your heels and lift your hips to the sky. Downward facing dog. Full breath in and full breath out. Let's move on to that left side. So inhale your left leg to the sky. Bend your left knee and stack your hips open. Feel that nice opening through the left hip all the way down through the back side of your right leg. And let's take those hip circles. Hug your left knee towards your chest. Open to the left and around. Hug in. Open to the left and around. One more time. Hug your left knee towards your chest. Open it to the left and circle all the way around. Big breath in, reach that left knee high. And as you exhale, hug your left knee towards your chest. Place your left foot to the top of your mat. Lower your right knee down. Inhale, take those hands behind your back. Lift up through your heart, support through the low back. Take a slight tuck with that tailbone as you look up towards the sky. Press those hips forward. Exhale, hinge forward. Take your hands down to the right. Turn your toes to the right. Pause. And walk all the way to the back of your mat. Lower your back knee down. Inhale, hands come to your low back. Press your hips forward. Slight tuck with that tailbone. Look up towards the sky. Exhale, hinge forward. Hands to the mat. Tuck your back toes. Make your way back to the top of the mat. Turn your toes back forward. Lower your right knee down. Inhale, hands to the low back. Slight tuck with that tailbone. Look up towards the sky. Shift those hips just slightly forward. Ground down. Exhale, bow. Hands to the earth. Take that left knee back to meet the right. Tabletop. Inhale in. Exhale, Anahatanasana, puppy dog pose. Melt your heart down. Gaze forward. Melt in towards your mat. Inhale, shift onto your forearms, slide your knees back, pull your heart through, Sphinx pose. Exhale, lower down, tense your hands to the outside of your mat and begin to circle those shoulders out in a free-flowing cobra. Let this feel good, big circular motions through the spine, through the shoulders, really getting a nice release through the body. If you want to bend one knee and look back and get that nice freedom of movement through the spine, feel free to do that too. We're really releasing through the thoracic spine. Beautiful work. Let's come back through center as you're ready. Take your hands under your shoulders. Inhale, lift your heart, cobra pose. Point those elbows back. Exhale, tuck your toes. Press your hips back towards your heels. And then lift your hips all the way up towards the sky, downward facing dog. Take a full breath in and a full breath out. Good, let's begin to take those feet to the center of the mat. So tiptoe halfway up. Good, slightly bend your knees and walk your hands back towards your toes. Keep your knees deeply bent. Grab a hold of opposite elbows, ragdoll arms. Relax your head and neck in that window that you've created with the arms. Take a gentle sway side to side. Maybe even shake your head out, yes and no. Really let it go. Let it feel heavy. Good. One more breath here. Just feel the back side of the body elongate. And as you take your next exhale, release your hands down to the mat. And we're gonna widen our feet. I'm gonna turn towards you so that you can see, but your toes will turn out. So widen your feet about the distance of your mat or more. Heels will turn in. Gently bend your knees as they press out towards your toes. Lower your hips. Take your hands together in prayer, elbows. Press your knees out wide. Lift through your heart, shoulders back. Good. So if Malasana, yogi squat, is not accessible to you today, maybe your heels are lifting up off your mat, you can grab a blanket and just slide them underneath your heels. If maybe you feel you're falling backwards, grab a book or a block and place it underneath your sits bones to bring the earth closer to you. Wherever you are, begin to sit with your breath and bring a nice melting sensation in towards those hips as your shoulders open back. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Nice. Ground through those feet. We're going to inhale and rise up to standing. So press through your feet. Rise all the way up to standing. Reach your arms up and overhead. Let your palms come together at the top. Knees begin to press out as you bend your knees. Come all the way back down. Good. Ground through those heels. Rise up. Straight line of energy all the way up. Palms together. All the way back down through the midline. Knees open out. Let's do that one more time. Inhale. Rise up. Ground through your heels. Reach your arms up towards the sky. Palms together. Exhale, lower down. Good. Now let's take our hands down to the earth. I'm going to turn back to face the top of the mat, meet you all in the same place that you are. Inhale, lengthen halfway up. Now as you exhale, plant your palms and just step your feet back into your downward facing dog. Lift your hips high, deep breath in. And exhale it out. Nice job. Let's inhale our right leg high to the sky. As you exhale, hug your right knee towards your chest. Place your right foot to the top of your mat. This time, keep your back knee lifted. Keep your left hand down to the earth, right arm up to the sky. Roll your right shoulder back, twist to the right. Stack those shoulders. Good. Exhale, right hand comes down, ground through that right foot. Inhale, rise up, crescent pose. Hips forward, relax through those shoulders. Now as you exhale, open your arms like wings. Let your shoulders roll down and away. Lift through your heart. Inhale, arms rise to the sky. Exhale, hands down to the earth. Take your right leg all the way up, reach it up high, bend your right knee and stack those hips open. Exhale, ground that right foot back down to the earth. Inhale, left leg to the sky, reach that left leg high, bend your left knee, stack your hips open. Exhale, hug your left knee towards your chest, place your left foot to the top of the mat, keep your back knee lifted. Right hand stays down on the earth, left arm to the sky, stack those shoulders, open out. So you're twisting to the left. Pull your left knee towards your chest. Feel that nice stretch through the left side and through the thoracic spine. Good, lower that left hand down. Inhale, reach your arms up towards the sky, crescent pose. Lift up high, Lengthen through your heart. And exhale, open your arms like wings. Let your shoulders roll down and away from your ears. Nice job. Inhale, reach your arms high. Exhale, take your hands down to the earth. Left leg rises all the way up to the sky. Reach it high, bend your left knee, stack your hips open. And exhale, lower your left foot down to meet the right. One big breath in, hips high. Exhale, take your knees down to the mat. We're gonna come to standing on the knees. I'm going to face you a little bit more so that you can see. Stand on those knees so the knees are right underneath your hips. Take a slight tuck with your tailbone, so you want to pull up and in through your low belly. Shoulders roll down and away. So to start, inhale, open your arms out, palms face forward. We're going to be moving into camel pose variations. So open your heart, shoulders back. You can stay right here as you lift up through your heart, look up towards the sky, and just imagine that you're opening up for a big hug. So you're really excited about this. Your heart is open, shoulders are back. Look up towards the sky. If you want to go even deeper, you can take your hands to your low back. Slight tuck with that tailbone. Slight tuck with that tailbone, and then allow yourself to lift up through your chest, shoulders back, squeeze through your shoulder blades, elbows point towards one another. So you want to squeeze those elbows in as you press your hips forward, lift up through your chest. Drop your head back just slightly as if it's leaning back and towards a pillow. Press your hips forward, deep breath in. Lift through your heart. Keep that slight tuck of your tailbone wherever you are. Good. Inhale, lift through your chest. Nice. And we're going to sit gently back on towards our heels. So we're just going to pause here. That might have been a lot through the spine, but it's really opening through that front plane of the body, through the shoulders. So just let your palms rest on the tops of your thighs. Close your eyes. Take a few deep breaths in here. And exhale them out. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Nice work. Now we're going to come down onto our sits bones. Ground down, extend your legs out. So make your legs like a really wide V. Flex your feet, pull the toes towards your face. Take an inhale, reach your arms up towards the sky, create length. Now as you exhale, just let your right forearm drop to the inside of your right leg. Spiral your heart towards the sky, roll that left shoulder back, pull your ribs in. Good, you might even look up towards the sky as you reach, eventually maybe touching those toes, maybe not, wherever you are. Feel that nice length through that left side all the way down to that left hip. Take a big breath in here. Big breath out. Good. Inhale, reach both arms up to the sky. Extend up high. Exhale, opposite side. Just let that left forearm fall to the inside of your left shin. Roll your right shoulder back and just reach over towards those left toes. Feel a big expansion through your rib cage, through your heart. Roll that right shoulder back even more. Beautiful work. Reach, reach, reach. Inhale, arms rise back up towards the sky. As you exhale, take your hands down to the earth. Soles of the feet together, knees apart for butterfly pose. Hands around those feet, roll the shoulders back. Lift through your heart. Ground through those hips. Take a big breath in. And exhale, hinge forward. Let your elbows press your knees gently away. Feel that gentle stretch through the low back and your inner thighs. Big breath in. Expand your heart towards your toes. Think about leading your heart further towards your toes as you ground in towards your hips. Beautiful. Inhale, rise up. Good. Reach your arms up towards the sky. Now as you exhale, we're going to twist in this butterfly pose. So your left hand will grab a hold of your right knee, right hand back behind you, roll that right shoulder back, take that nice gentle twist, pull up and in through your low belly. Good, inhale back through center, arms to the sky. Exhale, twist to the left, right hand to the top of the left knee, roll your left shoulder back, twist. Gaze out past that left shoulder. Good, inhale back through center, arms to the sky. And then as you exhale, take your hands to heart center, pause here. Find a nice, comfortable seat, or begin to lie down on your back. I'm going to make our way into our final meditation here. If you are lying down on your back, you can give yourself a nice, gentle hug of the knees towards your chest before you come into your final meditative state. If you are in more of a seated position for our final meditation, just close your eyes and let your palms face up on your thighs. Begin to feel a sense of lightness, of peace, openness, and receiving through the body. Release all control of the breath, all control of the thoughts. Just allow any thoughts that do come in just to flow right out as easily as they came in. I encourage you to stay in this meditative state for as long as you need, or as long as you like. And whenever you are ready to move about with your day, just do so slowly, mindfully. I will leave you here. Thank you so much for joining me in this practice. I hope you feel open. I hope you feel lighter. And join me next time on my videos. I release them every Sunday so far. Leave a comment in the comment section if you want to see anything more, and remember to hit like and subscribe. Namaste.